Are you ready?
I'm ready. So ready to be done.
To be done?
Yeah. I mean, I like it. Will and I have been talking about it, and it's like, I like the show so much. I really, really love it. I've loved it the whole time. I'm also like a big apologist for the time it's taken in between seasons and stuff. Like,
There's been
also
reasons.
It's been 10 years of my life. New Year's Eve cannot come fast enough. I want to know the end of the story.
Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm watching Stranger Things Season 5, Episode 1. It's the Crow. That's what they're calling it, right? I can almost see it.
I took some chronological notes.
I took some as well.
I just assumed that,
You never take notes.
I never take notes, but I assumed that because this is the first episode back and it's like the final season, we'd be doing a lot of setup. We begin. We cut back to November, I think it's the 12th, 1983, which is when Will was in the Upside Down. And so we basically see how he gets taken and like hooked up to the like hive apparatus.
Did the tube come out of Vecna or just the like wall? I missed that part. A tube came from a place.
Either way.
And went into his mouth and funneled things.
A lot of things.
A lot of liquid things. And then Vecna was like, we have work to do, William.
Yeah, it was like, now we can begin. So this has been like 5 years in the making, apparently. And then roughly 4 or 5 years. So we then jump forward to, I believe, the anniversary of Will's taking, because it was November 3rd, then 1987. So we've jumped from spring 86 to November 87.
Not a care in the world.
Well,
beautiful spring afternoon.
Well, it's fall.
Early fall. Everyone's just going about their morning routine.
Okay, so
which has become more complicated with the Myers.
The Myers and the Wheelers are living together.
Well, the Myers are crashing at the Wheelers' house.
Yeah. Apparently, Karen asked them to stay, and Ted is now very fed up, and kind of so is Karen. But she's like, I can't just kick them out to live on the streets. And also, no one can leave Hawkins because it's under like a military quarantine. But we're also like acting like everything's normal. So like the kids are going to school.
That makes a fair enough sense because our characters are the ones that have the unique information. I think according to everyone else, I think they know the Earth split open.
Yeah.
And because we now have Rock and Robin doing propaganda.
I like a like peaceful calm.
Galinda, Effie, Trinket, Rock and Robin.
A peaceful calm washed over me when I saw Stephen Robin working at the radio station. And like, I love that Robin is the voice because she's always been so awkward. But like, what better job for someone who only word vomits than talking to people who can't talk back about whatever she wants to say. And then Steve is just her little like dingus on the side putting in the sound effect tapes. Unbelievable. So incredible.
According to her, the Earth split open and belched out pussy willows and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the military put a giant metal Band-Aid over it.
A bunch of small metal Band-Aids in a row. It
makes for titty sledding, apparently. And the military is not a fan of that.
They don't like that the kids are having a good time in military quarantine.
But it seems like the rest of the town is sort of just like going with it.
Well, I think they can't leave.
Yeah.
They were there when it happened and the military immediately came.
But I mean, they're not acting like I don't think that they have, like I said, our group has access to special information with all the monsters and stuff.
Yeah, sure. So, yeah. And then the military also has a gate open at the town hall, but that is like that's protected from town. Mm-hmm. Like it's the place where people can't go. So Linda Hamilton is in this, amazing. And she is, we are introduced to her vivisecting a blob.
A sack, I think it's
disgusting.
Called.
Gross, super gross. And so she is like cutting into it when a soldier comes up because the soldiers are also looking for Elle and they keep finding like other people apparently. It's just like Hawkins isn't that big. It's sort of like how do you get lost on a cruise ship, you know? Like
Those things are mammoth.
There's only so many places you can go.
Affronts to God.
So anyway, he comes down there to tell her that the search for Elle was unsuccessful, and she's like, yeah, no shit, or else Sullivan would be down here telling me. And she basically is like, you need to get the girl because I'm basically at the end of what I can accomplish without her. And then we sort of like do a super long pan back to find out that they are in a facility that they seemingly built in the Upside Down, which is where she's doing all this. Mm-hmm. Her name is Dr. K. I don't know if that's a first or last name, but that is how she's credited. And that's all we really get of Linda Hamilton in this episode. We also, the only other new character that we got is some kid named Derek, who's being like a dick to Holly.
Yeah.
Was
Adam the bully one of Jason's?
Andy.
Was he one of Jason's minions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the one that full body tackled 12-year-old Erica into the ground, and then she kicked him in the testicles so hard he limped for a week, according to Lucas, which is amazing. Mm-hmm. Oh, no Erica in this episode.
No. She's credited, though.
Yeah. Well, she's just like in
series regular credited.
Yeah, so I'm excited to get to some Erica.
If you've been with us for a long time, we've had an ongoing inside joke about Karen Wheeler and Cara Buono being our favorite. Because she's like clearly...
back in the cast, back in the full cast.
She's like friends of the Duffers. And so it's always been this sort of like, what a weird top billing for like a secondary character. Yeah. And she was demoted to guest star last season, but she's back in the series regular. Or at least this episode, not to cut straight to the end. We'll find out.
Okay, well,
we'll get there.
not to get into like spoilers, but at some point from the trailer, there is a shot of her and Holly hiding underwater in the bathtub.
So this next episode.
Probably. We'll see. Yeah. So that can bring us to Holly, who is seeing an imaginary friend that I can only imagine is wearing Jamie Campbell Bower's face.
I'm fine with that, but that does just feel so obvious.
I just don't know who else it would be.
What did she call him? She called him something.
I'm going to say it right now on the like 1 in a billion chance I'm right. Maybe it's Eddie.
You are waiting for... Well, because she's not afraid of him.
She's not afraid of him. But I don't think she would have ever met Eddie.
No, but I even wondered if she knew if Holly was aware that it was odd. Because both times that we, the audience, have seen her interact with him, it was spooky.
Yeah.
Because the first time it was the sprinkler in the front yard, and we could see like his shadow through the sprinkler, but she was like delighted.
She waved, yeah.
And then the second time was in the schoolyard, and she was just talking away to him. And so I was like, does she know? Is she going into like a fugue state? Or
well, the teacher came around the corner and she was talking to nothing. There was nothing there.
And then at the end, she overheard Karen and Ted argue. Well, Karen berating Ted, who was halfway through.
Know how old your daughter is?
At least one bottle of wine. I'm worried.
I love this. I love this, Karen. No, I'm gonna stick my flag in the. It's Eddie as Kaz the Betrayer, just in case, just covering all my bases. I'm gonna bet on black and red.
But she did have a really cute scene with Mike.
Yes, that was darling. Is he good now? Is he a good character now? All of a sudden? Out of literally nowhere?
Sometimes teenagers, especially teenage boys in the 80s.
So maybe he took to heart Will's speech last season about how he was the heart of the operation, because up to then, footage not found. But this was very sweet.
Because he gave Holly
a little
the
figure.
heroic, and she was making a little necklace.
So cute. Right before the Demogorgon burst through her ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I'm kind of like, she's seeing things that aren't there. Did that really happen?
Yeah, because we saw it heading there.
With Will, okay.
Dustin is not having a good time.
He is straight up not having a good time. So he is still wearing his Hellfire shirt. He's kind of dressing like Eddie. He's got like a trench coat. He's growing his hair. He's got some rings, some like big chunky silver rings. I think I'm obviously fine with it. You mourn your people how you mourn your people. I am sort of confused about like why Hopper and Dustin both are so annoyed right now. Because everybody in the episode commented on how this was like weirder than usual behavior. So it's like the only thing I can think is that November 3rd, I think, is the anniversary of when Will disappeared. But that was 4 years ago. And it's odd that all of a sudden you should be feeling weird about, because like Hopper's feeling weird about Elle trying to like get involved in the fight, which she should be. And Dustin is like really acting out about Eddie and Hellfire, kind of all.
It could just be the same aforementioned teenage boy.
No, for sure. And again, it's like
in the 80s.
It's not a huge complaint, but it is like he is being very reckless because Andy and his buddies like accost Dustin at his locker and rip his Hellfire shirt until Lucas, Mike, and Will all come up and like surround them and are like, get the fuck out of here. And then later Dustin decides to get some revenge. And so he takes poor little Jake the corn snake and puts him in Andy's locker and basically almost makes him piss his pants. That was incredible, especially because everyone was like, dude, it's just a corn snake. It's not going to do anything to you. However,
Dustin's going to do one thing. It's going to be involuntarily in danger.
He signed his work because he on the inside of the locker, he wrote Hellfire Lives. Mm-hmm. And so then when Dustin is making his probably weekly trip out to go see Eddie's grave, which we catch a glimpse of his mom's grave, I think, in the behind his, in which someone keeps painting Burn in Hell on there because he has come ready with turpentine to like clean it off. Dustin realizes that it's very fresh and it's also blood. And then he notices poor chopped up Jake the Snake in the leaves at the base of the grave. And so Andy and his friends, five dudes come to take care of one little dork. I think there were 5 of them. We got 4 guys coming in for one little dork. And he actually...
I think they might not be good guys.
No, they're really
they might be mean.
Guy. Tackling a 12-year-old girl in the middle of the night. And Dustin does give back pretty good. Mm-hmm. And he throws the turpentine in their faces.
Will was like, oh God, is he going to light them on fire? We didn't get to there, but...
I would have been fine with that. Because he tells them basically about this like violet something in Dungeons and Dragons that's like the most deadly because it also blinds you. And I was like, oh, blind these bitches. So they are just literally kicking the absolute shit out of this one little dork at the cemetery, which like it's just in bad taste on all counts.
It's a hat on a hat as far as bullying goes.
And we don't need more hats on hats because Andy's hat looks fucking stupid. So he also is like missing the meetup of the whole group doing this thing that we'll get to in a minute.
We can go back to Robin because we skipped a little bit, but she is
fully in with Vicky and like in a such a legit way that she is asking her to wear nothing but her candy striper hat after their date. I'm obsessed. Like, go Robin. And also, as soon as she was like talking about her date on the radio, she obviously didn't say who it was on the radio.
Those pronouns got real neutral.
we got a real they them going on. But it cut to Vicky listening to it at the hospital in her little candy striper uniform. And I was like, Vicky likes boobies, which if we know one thing.
But they did have a moment in the hospital where they were all kinds of kissing.
Yeah. And Will came and saw. And then he dropped his can of Coke, which startled them. And then he ran away like he was Kermit the Frog.
I was going to say, he hoofed it out of there like a Muppet.
Arms akimbo and everything. It was super funny. Robin was worried at first until she saw that it was Will running away. And then she was just like, well,
it's going to speed this conversation up.
I want them to talk so bad. So bad. That was really cute. I'm happy for Robin. And I'm happy for the Robin and Vicky truthers on the internet.
Elle's training.
Yeah.
She kept calling it runs and she's making good time and Hopper's pretending that he doesn't know.
Well, Hopper is pretending like even if she makes this arbitrary time limit that he's set for her, that he's going to let her go back in the Upside Down. And like, wowzers, is Joyce being overprotective of Will?
I mean,
every other kid has a job and she's like, no, stay right here. Not even in a car with Steve in the right side up.
Sure.
It's a lot.
So basically what they're doing is...
So it's like a dungeon crawl. There, you like really deliberately you go through like sections. They're basically like
combing.
Yeah.
Like piece
I can't think of any.
I know there's like a good term for it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because basically Maury comes.
Murray.
Murray comes to visit. He has supplies, and he came early because the military is doing a sweep earlier than they were anticipating. I guess they're doing like
it's like a sooner scheduled burn, or like it's a burn sooner than was scheduled.
And they said that they're looking for Elle in the Upside Down. Just her, or I thought someone said that. Well, because that's what Linda Hamilton is.
They're looking for Elle. I don't know if they're looking for her in the Upside Down. I mean, maybe they are also looking for her in the Upside Down. Okay,
but they're like doing sweeps, and
also it's like a supply run to get to Linda Hamilton.
Okay,
like the trucks were full of shit that was going there, I think.
But then our heroes are piggybacking off of their sweeps.
So basically Hopper jumps in the back of one of the trucks so he can get through the gate because that's the only gate that's open. Mm-hmm. And so then he goes and he's been doing this like grid search, basically. That's one of the words I was looking for.
But they're like sectioning it off and they're going like quadrant by quadrant trying to find Vecna, I guess. And there was a debate this episode as to whether or not Vecna is even still functioning, which of course he is, but
all of a sudden Steve is not acting genre aware and it's worrying me because he was the one who literally was like, what if he's just already dead? And I was like, bitch, please. You've been genre aware since like the season 1 finale. I need you to get back on track. That can lead us to my absolute least favorite thing. And if it's going to be running through this season, I am going to be furious. And it is Steve and Jonathan just like
their dick
bitch
measuring contest.
Dick measuring about Nancy. And it's just like, I'm pretty sure Nancy has made her feelings clear. She's with Jonathan still. Mm-hmm. And this is gross. And I don't like it. I don't want Steve to get back together with Nancy. I think that is backsliding and I don't like it.
I thought you did like Steve and Nancy.
I like it in season 1. I like that they're still together in season 1. But once she looks him in the face and says, you are bullshit, I'm not a fan. So, and I don't like that Jonathan's feeding into it. Except that I guess I understand why he would be insecure about Steve, but I just don't like it. If that's going to continue like in a real plot way, we're going to start in Russia every time with that.
I'm fine with it being an element, but it definitely gets in the way of, I mean, I know that for the attentions of Nancy, they're rivals, but it's like, this is already a secured friend group.
Yes.
And so like it gets in the way of that. And also it can get in the way of accomplishing what they're trying to accomplish if you have infighting amongst. So it's like, I don't mind quips or like a little bit of a thing, but I don't want it to be this like great menace of the season.
No, for sure. And so basically as they're doing, so what happens is like Hopper's got a tracker on him. And so Dustin has magicked some piece of equipment so that in the right side up, they basically drive a van over top of Hopper in the upside down so they can keep track of him so they can make sure that he gets back. And Steve drives the van, the radio van, because it's got the antenna. And because Dustin doesn't make it, Jonathan goes with. So they basically have to get in their get along van. Mm-hmm. and they're going, it's fine so far, so we'll see. But again, the sniping, it's just like, you are two adult men. Like Steve is like at least 20.
Well, they're young men in the 80s.
I do keep on having to be like, I mean, Steve is a boomer, so
that's the biggest bummer. Will is having.
Well, he wasn't at first.
He's potentially having 2 issues. Because I'm not, they were talking about how he's not having the goosebumps
and
he's not having the feelings. Well, that happens at the end, but he had like a weird middle thing where it started with his neck. Okay.
Yeah. It like, whenever it closes in on his neck, that's like what
I was like, you're just having a panic attack, but.
Yeah. So that was part of Steve's argument about why Vecna's dead because Elle can't find him in the bathtub and Will's not having the goosies, he calls them, to which Jonathan is extremely offended on Will's behalf.
It's kind of like you.
Yeah, gross.
At least he didn't say goose pimples. I hate that.
I hate that too. Yeah, so that's kind of.
But he did then on the run when they were like doing their like climb, I guess. Yeah. Or no, crawl. Will went into like the vision and it was very Harry Potter 5. He was the Demogorgon Uh-huh.
Yeah, and so he was like watching it as it basically got the convoy of military trucks, and Hopper was in the back of the last one. So they lose contact for a minute. I think they get it back, but then now Hopper's not on the convoy. He's just like loose down there, and he can't.
But it
really
seemed like it was
out.
in a bit of an anomaly, though.
Yeah.
Like it seemed like that Demogorgon attacking them was a surprise to all parties.
Yeah.
Like things had been kind of laying low.
Yeah.
And when last we had checked, or he was like plugged into it, it was heading towards the Wheeler house.
Yes, and that's when we
picked up.
we see with Holly. This is also apparently crawl 37, so they've been doing this a long time without finding Vecna. So that's also a reason why they're not sure. There's also Nancy is on her way to her house to try to like fix that. Robin's gonna stay at the radio station and try to call them. Oh yeah, they are sending out coded messages on the radio for themselves. Like Robin's sending out messages whenever something happens. Yeah,
using the music.
Yeah, she did Upside Down by Diana Ross. That was amazing.
I wrote down in my notes that Hopper has a box hidden in the walls.
Yeah, he did get out a secret box, to which I was like, why are we keeping secrets, bro?
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Him and Joyce are happy as can be. That always makes me nervous.
Yeah.
When characters at this point in this type of genre are happy.
He is stuck in the Upside Down now. So sure. She literally was like, promise me you'll come back in one piece. And then she was like, you didn't answer my question. And he was like, well, that is mostly it.
Good establishing. Not what I was expecting. And yet still
good. But I need to turn the dial down on the Steve and Jonathan shit. And we can turn. Oh, and Max is still in a coma. Lucas and Will went to go talk to her, and Lucas is like pretty bummed about it still. They're still playing Kate Bush for her whenever they are there. She's breathing on her own and everything, so that's, I mean, something, but yeah, we'll see. She's got to wake up at some point, right?
I mean, her eyes were closed, but they seemed okay. I was very worried because she looked bad.
Well, they're like white.
Oh.
The blue of her eyes is like washed over with white. And at the end, she basically was like, I can't see or feel anything. And then she died. But yeah, I think that's mostly it. So I think we're going to go watch the second one, and then we will be back. Bye.